Here's part 2, a suspenseful continuation of she texts the billionaire by mistake. Minutes later, black cars surround her house. She thought it was over. The wrong text, the black cars, the night her ex was caught. But when the billionaire who rescued her suddenly reappeared with an offer too good to refuse, she learned that safety always comes with a price. Because behind his protection was a secret more dangerous than the man she escaped. If you believe even heroes can have hidden motives, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And tell us where you're watching from as we uncover what really happened next. The morning sunlight spilled through the curtains of Lena's new apartment in South Kensington. Quiet, secure, anonymous. She'd been living under the new name Elena Cross, courtesy of Ronan Vale. It should have felt like freedom. Instead, it felt like a gilded cage. Every morning, a black envelope appeared by her door. Inside, money, food vouchers, and instructions to stay off the grid. Until one morning, the envelope contained something different. A card embossed with a silver crest. A single line written in Ronan's bold, minimalist handwriting. Your safety isn't permanent, Elena. Meet me at the Meridian Tower. 8 p.m. Her pulse raced. She hadn't seen him since the night he captured Ryan. She told herself not to go. And yet, as the clock struck 8, she found herself walking through the marble lobby of the most exclusive building in London. Ronan was waiting at the top floor, glass walls, city lights glittering like constellations. He hadn't changed, the same tailored calm, the same eyes that saw everything. Nice apartment, he said, offering a faint smile. Though I imagine it's getting lonely. Lena crossed her arms. You didn't bring me here for small talk. He nodded once. Arcturus is launching a humanitarian division, public-facing, quiet work. I need someone trustworthy to run community outreach. You have a background in logistics. I checked. She frowned. You mean you spied on me? I vetted you, he corrected. I don't trust easily. Her heart raced. And what's the catch? Ronan's expression darkened. The people who funded your ex are still out there. The only way to protect you is to keep you under my umbrella. Officially. So this isn't a job offer, she said slowly. It's surveillance with a paycheck. Call it an alliance, he replied. Against every instinct, she accepted. 2 weeks later, Lena was back in the corporate world. Only this time, she wasn't answering to mid-level managers. She answered to him. Ronan's office occupied the top floor, its windows overlooking half of London. His presence was quiet but magnetic, the kind that filled the room without words. But soon, she began noticing things that didn't add up. Departments she wasn't allowed to access. Meetings scheduled at odd hours. Encrypted drives labeled only with symbols. And a new name whispered through the hallways, the Lyra Project. Whenever she asked about it, the answer was always the same. Confidential. Late one night, while reviewing supply reports, Lena noticed something strange. Shipments labeled as medical tech donations routed to locations that didn't exist on any UK registry. Curiosity became suspicion. And suspicion turned to fear when she found one of the drop sites linked to her ex, Ryan Huxley, marked as inactive asset. Her heart pounded. Ronan had told her Ryan was arrested. But this file said something else entirely. Asset transferred. Status contained. Lena stared at the screen, realizing the horrifying implication. Ryan wasn't in custody. He was still alive. And Ronan was keeping him somewhere. The next morning, Lena stormed into Ronan's office, slamming the file on his desk. You lied to me, she shouted. Ronan didn't even flinch. I kept you safe. You told me he was gone. You made me believe. He was gone, Ronan interrupted calmly. Until he wasn't. Her voice shook. You have him locked up somewhere, don't you? Ronan's eyes, cold steel now, met hers. Would you prefer he was dead? Lena froze. He leaned forward, lowering his voice. You don't understand the scale of what he stole. If I release him, you and your son die. If I kill him, the others retaliate. Keeping him alive is the only way to keep the balance." "The balance?" she whispered. "You're not saving anyone, Ronan. You're running an empire." For the first time, he looked almost human. "Tired. Empires keep the world from collapsing," he said quietly. That night, Lena made a decision. She copied every document she could find on the Lyra project and sent it anonymously to an investigative journalist. But within hours, her phone buzzed. "Unknown number. You shouldn't have done that." She froze. It wasn't Ronan. It was someone else, someone from inside his network. "Lyra isn't what you think. Run before he finds out." And then, silence. Moments later, the lights in her apartment flickered out. A black SUV pulled up outside. For a second, Lena thought it was Ronan's security, until she saw the insignia on the men's jackets, not Arcturus, but something darker. They weren't there to protect her. They were there to erase her. Lena grabbed her son, fleeing down the back stairwell. Sirens wailed in the distance, but no one came. The city that once felt like home had become a trap. Her phone buzzed again, this time, Ronan's voice over the encrypted line. "Where are you?" "Running from your people," she shouted. "Not mine," he said sharply. "They're Lyra. They've gone rogue." "What the hell is Lyra, Ronan?" His voice dropped lower, raw with something close to fear. "The project your ex sold wasn't just data, Lena. It was a surveillance AI built to control markets, governments, everything. Lyra isn't mine anymore. And if they find you, they'll use you to get to me." She made it to the riverfront, hiding beneath a bridge as rain poured down. Her son shivered in her arms, his small fingers clutching her jacket. A car screeched to a halt nearby. Ronan stepped out, soaked, furious, and afraid, emotions she'd never seen on him before. "You don't trust me," he said, breathless. "I get that. But if you want to live, come with me now." "Why should I?" she shot back. "Because the people coming for you," he said, glancing over his shoulder at approaching headlights, "don't want to kidnap you this time." He reached out his hand. Rain streaked down his face, and before she could decide, the sound of gunfire split the night. She thought the nightmare ended when her ex was caught. But in Ronan Vale's world, danger never sleeps. Who really controls Lyra? And why is Lena suddenly the most valuable target in London?